Hey everybody, it's Tracy here. I want to share with you 3 Christmas junk journals I recently did. I have, I think, about 8 more to do out of the little golden books. 2 of them actually are not little golden books. I thought they were when I first purchased them, but that's okay. They'll still work. I made them pretty simple because sometimes that's all you need in life is simple. And I do plan on putting a little card in here explaining what a junk journal is because some people don't know. But my husband and I are going to be doing a bazaar October 5th, so I'm trying to get some things ready for it. So this one here, for some reason, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know why, because I made them pretty simple, but it took me about a week to do. And the other 2 I'm going to share with you, I got them both done within like 2 days. So they have, this one here is 7.5 inches tall, and they still have the little golden spine because it's not a little golden book without the golden spine. It's a 1 inch spine with 2 signatures because the little golden books originally have 2 signatures. And I just used some, I think it's from Dollar Tree, baker's twine, to stitch them in. And this is the night before Christmas. And so I just put some fabric on the inside to cover up where I had to use cardboard to expand the spine. I have some vellum paper here with some red and green ribbon that I used my pinking shears on, and then some little buttons. And over here is some Kool-Aid dyed paper. I used one of those crinkle paper crimper thingies on that. And just a little fabric and a holly leaf button. And this book's actually in really good shape. I try to be really particular about them. Some people like the more, not really rustic, but more well-used books. And the store I got them at did have quite a few, but yeah, I passed on them. So the copyright on this one is 1976. And it's in really great shape. I just took one of my border punches. I'm not even sure if you can see that on this piece of paper. I have a variety of papers and whatnot in here. And a little tag pull out with some baker's twine tassel. This paper it's kind of textured, and at first I was like, oh, I don't know. I got it from Temu, and it's really great paper. And then over here is more Kool-Aid dyed paper. Actually, this one's food coloring because I couldn't find green Kool-Aid. And I didn't put anything on the original pages, but I did keep the story intact. Over here, I just have a little green doily that I got at Temu as well and put a circle on there. And then I have a little tuck spot with a couple tags and just used a piece of ribbon for the tuck spot there. Little writing spot. Over here is more of that fabric, and I'm not sure where I got it at. I don't have much left, and I don't know where I got it at. So if any of you know where it came from, please let me know down in the comments. Put a little bit of lace on there. And the center of my signature with some more fabric and some more antique lace. And then over here, I just have another little tuck spot. I put some vellum paper on there with some words and took a tag and a piece of lace and then some little tags there. And the rest of that doily. Okay, and then over here, I made another tuck spot with a little pull out as well. And just some green and gold rickrack. More of that Kool-Aid dyed paper and the vellum. And that's the end of my first signature. This is my second signature, excuse me. Just took a couple pieces of cardstock and tore them. Put some lace on there and some buttons. And then just used another border punch there with a sticker border. And then more of that rickrack. I just love the look of the vintage Santa and the whole everything. There's some fabric flip there. And then another piece of the Kool-Aid dyed paper, and I just used my Tim Holtz tiny attacher and put a piece of fabric there. And then some snowflakes that I fussy cut off of a spool of ribbon and some lace, and then I inked it up a little bit. Over here is a fabric flip with a tuck spot and a little tag. And then this one here is another tuck spot. This is some of that ribbon lace stuff I showed you in my last video from my yard sale finds. Couple pull-outs. And I did use the crinkle crimper on there as well. More of that paper from Temu. And then the back inside cover. And so that's my first Christmas junk journal. And then my second one is pretty similar. I have not heard of this one before. It's mostly poems. And again, I kept this spine. This one's more of a silver. It has a little bit of the gold to it, but it looks more silver to me. Again, 2 signatures. And I didn't want to cover the name. Some people cover it, but I just thought it's kind of cool. So I left it there. More of that vellum that I crinkled up with the tool. And then this is that snowflake ribbon that I was telling you about that I fussy cut from on the previous book. And this one is a copyright of 1976 as well. And this one's in really great shape as well. This has a little tuck spot. And then more of that Temu paper. And then I put some of the antiqued tape on there. Somebody shared in one of my groups over on Facebook how to do the antique tape that they had found. And I thought that is really cool. And then just a little doily here with some buttons on there. And this is a little fun thing I did with some of the Kool-Aid dyed paper. There's a tuck spot here, as well as one right here. And then over here, we just have the center of the first signature with some fabric and some poinsettia and snowflake buttons. And then the same thing here, a tuck spot there, as well as there. And that doily again. This time I put some washi tape and some rickrack and a little button. I went, what's today? Saturday. So Sunday I went, Sunday I went to the Goodwill outlets with my daughter and granddaughter, and I found probably about 10 rolls of washi tape in the diggets, or the outlets. We like to call it the diggets because you have to dig. Some lace there. And then more of that amazing fabric, just a little flip up. Okay, that's the end of my first signature. On the second one, it was really fun because these are not attached to each other. And so they were sliding around when I was trying to stitch my signature in, but I didn't want them attached to each other just so that they could be little flips. And I still have issues stitching in my signatures. This is one of those snowflake doilies I showed you in my last video on the Kool-Aid dyed paper. Well, rather food coloring. The colors are just still so crisp in the pages there. And then just some cardstock. And then I tried to do like a little flip with some lace and fabric. And more of that vellum paper with the paper from Temu and the antique tape. And then I did this little tuck spot here, and I just put some little pullouts on there, held together with a, excuse me, a Tim Holtz paper clip. And then over here, I had a little fun. I just did a little tuck spot, but I had this, just took some of the scraps of paper and made like a little flip up, like a little notepad. Over here, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Care Bears. And I haven't read the story, so maybe it is about Care Bears. And then more of the food coloring paper with more of that snowflake ribbon. And then the back flips as well. And the back inside cover of that one. And then my last one is one of the ones I thought was a little golden book, and it wasn't. And I only thought that because, excuse me, the spine was red like a golden book, but got to looking at it and it's not, and that's okay. I did cover it, however, with the fabric because it was falling apart. This is only one signature, and it's a Christmas Carol sing-along book. And it's interesting because this book, the pages, as you can see, are on the inside. They're attached to the cover. So that was a little bit of a challenge. It's on the front, inside, and back cover. But it worked well. So I have this little page here. I just put some rickrack and a snowflake button. And then I have a little postcard on here that I got off of Temu. And this first page, like I said, there was a little bit of a challenge because when you take the book apart, usually they're just pages folded together, attached to each other. And this one, for whatever reason, was not attached. So I just took some washi tape that I had and I attached a piece of vellum to it to make a back page for it, so that I had a way to stitch it into the book. Some doilies, the different colors of doilies, not the white ones. They're all from Temu as well, because I can't find colored doilies anywhere around town. A little fabric flip, and I did this one because I thought it went well with the candy canes. And then the jingle bells, or the bells, because deck the halls and the bells there. More of that paper from Temu and the more vintage tape. And then over here is another Kool-Aid dyed paper, and I took a ribbon and cut it in half so that I had a little border there. The center of the signature, and more of those snowflake buttons, and just a little ribbon here. I think actually I forgot to show you. I put the ribbon right here as well because the page was torn up for some reason. Okay, and then there's a little tuck spot here. And then more of that candy cane kind of Christmassy ribbon. And then the doilies again. And then this is the page that I attached to the front page. And just put another postcard in there from Temu. And then the back last page is just more of that paper and some more of the vintage tape. And another part of this song here. So anyways, that's 3. And I have probably 8 more books that are Christmas themed that I want to try and get done. But like I said, we're doing an event on October 5th, and I've got to get other things made as well. But I wanted to share with you guys these and say thanks again for commenting, liking, subscribing, thumbs up. Yay, I'm at 400 subbies now. So thank you all for watching and sharing. And I hope you guys have a fabulous evening. Bye.